Alright guys, how's it going? So back with another video. So today we're planning to get more done on the Skyline. So last night I mucked around in the garage for quite a while, trying to sort out the downpipe. So the new turbo has this V-band flange, which I just taped on because I can't weld or don't have a welder. So I could mock it up. So yeah, I'm just going to go down to the muffler shop and see if they can just weld that up for me. I couldn't get it, like the new turbo actually sits higher than the old turbo, so I couldn't get the external wastegate to line up with where it tees back in, so we'll just run that as a screamer pipe at the moment, and I'll just get them to blank off where it normally would connect in. So yeah, that's the plan. We're going to go do that, then we're going to go and get lower shifter bushing because I lost mine, and some intercooler piping so we can finish that off. So sweet, let's do it. Right guys, we're back home now in the garage, and so I picked up GK Tech. It's like a solid lower shifter bush at the bottom of the shifter sits into because I lost mine, and I grabbed some like a 90-degree bend of intercooler piping so I can hopefully make that work with those over there. And also dropped my exhaust off down at the muffler place, and he said he should be able to get it done for me by 4 o'clock today, so I'll pick that up. Alright, so I've just been messing around with getting the intercooler piping on. So I managed to make that work off the turbo, comes down, and then this piece here will go on there, but then it's a bit short, so I'm going to cut it here and add a bit of that in, which later I'll get welded, but just for now I'll just going to go buy some joiners, some straight 3-inch joiners, so we can join those there. So that'll work there. And then this side, got it coming off there, goes down through under the battery tray, comes out here, and then I'm just gonna sort of cut it off to match that angle there, and then just put a joiner either side, and that will work for now. And then later on we'll probably actually get it welded onto there, so we don't have like heaps and heaps of joiners. So yeah, I've actually got to go back, so I've got to go back out now and grab some of those. I think NZKW here in Auckland have them for about $6 each, so can't go wrong with that. And then we'll come back, get that all joined up. So that's good to go. Pick up the exhaust later, bolt that on, and then once I've got that on, we're going to fill the radiator up and try to get it running at temp. I have to do just have to solder the wires for the new water temperature, which I've just got teed in here, which is just this 1/8 fitting that goes into there, and then it plugs into the back of the new water temp gauge. So that's the plan, and we'll see how we get on. Guys, so here is the solid lower shifter bush, which goes down to the gearbox, so that taps onto there. So we're just going to do that, and then we'll install the shifter. So yeah. Alright, so we've got that on there now. Used a little bit of grease and just tapped it on with a hammer, and good to go. So now we'll drop it down to the gearbox and install it. Right guys, so picked up the downpipe, got that V-band welded on there, and he made me up a flange for there, cement, and then I've got all the bits and bobs to hopefully finish the intercooler piping. Alright guys, so we've got the downpipe on, and it'll focus. That will now be a screamer pipe for the time being. I'll show you underneath. So, here we go. So this comes off the wastegate. I used to tee into this, which then got blanked off because I couldn't get the downpipe to line up where it used to, because obviously the HKS, my old HKS turbo must have sat in a different place. So for now I just want to be able to get it running, so I just did a sort of makeshift by getting that welded and that done, and anyway later we could always just get this adjusted so we can tee it back in if we ever want to get it waffed again. Alright, so next I'm going to do the intercooler piping. I went and brought some 3-inch joiners because that's what I thought they were, but maybe they're 3-inch by 2.5, but we'll make something work. We'll make this work. Guys, you know when you have one of those days when you go and buy everything thinking you've got all the right sizes and then you don't? Well, that's what's happened to me today, and now everything's closed. Anyway, so I brought 3-inch intercooler pipe and 3-inch joiners because that's what I thought they were, but technically I'm pretty sure they're 3.25. So on this side, it's a bit makeshift, but it'll do for now. So that's that side done. And then this side, I'm going to try and use all of 3-inch up into that one. And see if I can make that work. Alright guys, so I've got it all together. It's pretty rough, so I'm going to redo it when I get the right stuff, but for now it'll work. So I just got to put 2 more clamps there and then tighten those ones up. Exhaust's on, so once we've got that all buttoned up, we'll might put the full exhaust on, I'll see, and then I'll chuck some water in it and I'll wire up the water temp gauge, new water temp gauge, and then we'll be good to start it and try and get it running at operating a good operating temperature. Alrighty, so it's the next day and we're back at it in the garage. Trying to get some more things sorted out. Got old mate Will here. He's sorting out my fuel pump issue. So what are we going to do, mate?
So what the plan is that we're actually going to splice one of these ignition wires, so then we can actually run a cable straight from the ignition to the fuel pump itself, so we can activate the relay when you turn the ignition on, so you don't have to run to the back every time you want to boot the fuel pump up. So
yeah, so we're and so that way we can get the relay working, eh?
Yeah.
Yep. So Will's doing that, and we'll also fix up these connectors for the water temp sensor. So that's the plan. Just like that, mate. Beautiful. Right guys, we now have a full exhaust. Right, so Will the Legend has wired me in the relay. We've just bypassed it and ran a new one from the ignition. Well, from something that turns on with the ignition, so I don't have to run back every time I start and turn the car off. So that's mint. And now he is just sussing me out a wire to run my gauges in the car. Right guys, so William the Legend has tidied those up for me, and we've run the wires into the cabin. So we've got the what's happening here? Just got the gauges down on the ground there. Yeah, so now turn the key on, we have the gauges working, which is mint. So yeah, it's awesome. Made some good progress. Again, huge thanks to William, my brother, for helping me out with the old wiring. Not very good in that area. But yeah, so that's mint. So I'll end this video here, and then in the next video we'll be doing gonna bleed the brakes, bleed the clutch, and then hopefully drive it out of the garage so we can give it a good clean and yeah, and run it up to temp. So that's the plan. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.